Isn't that right, Mr. Horse? Don't you turn your back on me. Welcome back, everyone. This is Zade. I am back on the TooCrafty Vanilla Amplified SMP server. You can see I've got some horses walking around in my storage room. That's just the horses that were out the back door. I need some piston stuff. I just brought them inside because there were actually a few of them out here. And the other day I went out and there were only 4 of them left. I'm not really sure where the rest went. Yeah, I don't know. So before the rest of them disappeared, I decided to just snag these last 2 that were out there and bring them in. And that is because I eventually want to breed some and also breed some with some donkeys, but I need to get my hands on a donkey. I haven't found one yet. I know Con found some by his base. I think I need to find out where they were and maybe go steal one from him or something. But that's not what we're doing today. Today, we're using some of this stuff here. Do I have? Yes. To work on our villager trading hall. Let me come show it to you. Here it is. It has started. It is far from completed, but this is the basic bit. And what I'm going to do real quick with you is build the next cell and show you what we're doing this round. I've already dug out underneath here, so as you can see, what we need to do. I'm going to explain this as we go along. I need some smooth stone, though. I forgot to get the pressure plates. I'm going to show you. This is basically the same setup that I used in the previous season. The difference being I raised the distance that they fall into their cells from 2 blocks to 3 blocks. So that when you look right here, you don't see so much of the stuff up above. Right there, you can just barely, I don't know if you can see that on YouTube or not, there's just a little sliver right there that shows the tip of the track. And then everything else. And then of course the hall itself is a different look. But basically all we need is we need a pressure plate right here, which is where they will stand. As you can see, that's just that right there. We need a sticky piston underneath this hole like that. And then a block on top of it. In this case, I've chosen to use the stair, so it'll look like this when it's down, and it'll look like this in between the slabs when it's up. So if something stands on that pressure plate, it's going to power some stuff below it. So let's go ahead and go down there and just really quickly show you how simple the redstone is for each layer. The piston I just set down is this one right here. And all it is this block right here is the one we just put the pressure plate on. And when you stand on the pressure plate, or when the villager stands on this pressure plate, it will power this redstone block through there, which will lift that piston. As you can see, the rest of them are raised, and it will block the villager from being able to get out. It will also send the signal, you can see that one's on, into the back of this block, which powers this block, and there's a torch on the back side of that. So that, when powered, as you can see by the one next to it, will turn this torch off. Now last season I basically just had it sitting right here, but because I've gotten it taller, I had to adjust it slightly. But what's going to happen is this will power, which will unpower this, which will then repower that, which will then unpower the redstone torches that should be right here that I forgot to place. Now these redstone torches are just for the track. It'll be easier to walk right here. They're just for the track that's right up here. Let me show you. They are for all of these corners right here. So you can see this is the last unpowered one. That one's empty. If you look in here, that villager is in there, and what's happening is you can see they turn. This one's going that way, and this one's going that way. So when the villager comes up from down below where I'm storing them, they'll come up, and right here they'll jump the track, jump the track, jump the track, and then right here they'll take this turn and they'll fall into this cell. And then what's going to happen is that pressure plate is going to lift that piston right there, blocking it in. It's also going to change the power underneath this block, which is going to make this track switch to this version of the track. So the next villager will jump right here and end up in our next empty cell. So that's what's going on in the back of the house, if you will. Let's actually go test this out. Let me grab a minecart. I'll show you what we're doing. This is all very temporary downstairs. I need to get a lot of this fancied up and things like that. I want to make it so it actually looks nice, and I need a different entrance to get down there that actually looks okay. I'll have to come off one of these hallways somewhere. But what we'll do is I have my villager breeder at the outskirts of the farm, as you probably remember if you've seen previous episodes. If not, you can go back and watch those if you want. And I've got them so they can be sorted. There was some right there. And that sorting happens through this little thing right here. There's a wire that goes off that way to by the villager breeder itself. And when I toggle that, it'll either send the villagers into this pit or that pit. The last time I used that pit was to pull out some worthless villagers to use in the iron golem farm, but the ones that go in here are the ones that I actually want to trade with. So you can see there's a lot of librarians because I want to try to get a different books. I've got my farmer in here. This is where I've been getting all my emeralds from. I definitely need to try to get him out into the trading area. A few blacksmiths, things like that. But this room, for now, is just a temporary storage. Let's see if we can actually get this guy in the corner. That would be perfect. If so, let's see if I'd have to get this guy out of the corner, which might be difficult though. Go away. Let's see if we can push him out with some water. And then get him pushed in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hurry in, put this water down in that corner and see if we can keep that farmer stuck there. Is he stuck? Is he stuck? Is he stuck? I think so. So we need to fancy this area up, but basically what's going to happen is I'm going to steal this farmer here, like so, and I'm actually going to stay in front of him so that I think he's going to run into me and get stuck. Yeah, well, he should catch back up. Maybe we can watch him when he comes. He should hit that end and come flying back, but I might have to go get him. He should come up, and what's going to happen, what we're going to do, he should come, and he'll go through here. Oh, here he comes. Watch this track right there. See, it just flipped. So he's now in there, and the other thing, let's go into this unfinished one here to get down. You can see this stair that we put in has popped up. He's now trapped. This is only 1.5 blocks tall, so can't get in or out. Purpose of the slab right here is so you can walk into this corner. If I ever accidentally throw something in, like say a piston here, I don't know why it'd ever be. I didn't actually throw that. Oh yeah, there, I guess I did. So if I accidentally am trading and I drop my emeralds in, I can actually go like that to pick them up. That's the purpose of that. And that's basically like if I have the window open and I have something in here and I close the window, if they happen to fly in up there, you can just step right there and grab them. So now we've got our farmer, and the idea with this hallway is I can just keep extending it as far as I want, and every time I do, just add another cell, just keep repeating the pattern, and yeah, I can put as many villagers in here as I want. And basically what I'm going for here, what I have right here is one of the clerics, and their purpose is to give me unlimited, well, first of all, I can get rid of any rotten flesh for emeralds, but they'll also give me any unlimited redstone, lapis for enchanting, eye of ender if I want to make ender chests, things like that, glowstone, and if I want I can get bottle of enchantings for levels from them, but I'm finding that actually trading, just like getting emeralds from the farmer, is pretty good XP, so I probably won't worry about the bottles. The farmer is the next guy. We need one farmer. His purpose is basically between these three first trades, the wheat, the potatoes, and the carrots. He will give me my emeralds. That's where they're coming from the farm outside. I may eventually get a sugarcane farm to try to do some paper trading as well. But we need one cleric and one farmer, so I probably won't be getting any more of these. Blacksmith-wise, the first goal we need to do is we need one toolsmith, one weaponsmith, and one armorsmith as a minimum. The toolsmith needs to have unbreaking on his diamond pick, so this one does not work for what I want. He'll probably go eventually, but I might keep him around to make new tools with, which I'll get to in a second. The weaponsmith I want unbreaking on the sword and the axe. This axe will actually work because who uses an axe with anything but efficiency and unbreaking? And then the armor smith needs to have a diamond chest plate that has unbreaking on it. And the reason that I want unbreaking on all those is people put unbreaking on basically every single weapon, tool, armor. It's just awesome to have, especially with the new repairing system in 1.8. In 1.8, of course, you can't just rename an item and then have it infinitely be repairable at the same level. It still goes up. It just starts cheaper. So unbreaking is even more important than it used to be. So the idea with these unbreaking items from the villagers is that I will be able to put unbreaking diamond loot in my XadeMart shop for Season 2 when I get that built. And the purpose of it will be you will be able to buy a pick, for example, that just has like unbreaking 1 or 2 on it, and you can then use that to repair any of your picks. Because if you're using a work pick, for example, you're going to have efficiency and unbreaking. If you have a silk touch pick, you're at least going to want silk touch and unbreaking. Fortune, you're going to want fortune and unbreaking. So you're always going to have that unbreaking on there, so you can use those tools or armor or weapons or whatever to repair your stuff. So I'll be able to save people a lot of diamonds in repairs, and therefore I'll be able to charge some diamonds. For example, I could charge 1 or 2 diamonds for a pick to repair with. I'll probably do like 1 is what I'm thinking, but people will be able to give me 1 diamond to save themselves 2 diamonds. So they save diamonds, I get diamonds, everybody wins, right? Pretty cool. I may keep a few extra blacksmiths, just for example with this guy here has the efficiency pick. I can buy a few of these efficiency picks, combine them together and make efficiency 4 or even 5, add them to some unbreaking, and I can actually make better diamond tools. But I can actually mostly do that off the unbreaking stuff, so I'm probably going to keep those because the rest of these pretty much all. Let me look at this villager list. Let's look together and see if we need anything else, alright? Besides librarians, that's what we're going to get to. The farmer we already have. The other brown shirts that are like this guy right here are the fisherman and the shepherd. And the only purpose that the shepherd has is giving you wool, but it's not hard to make a sheep farm, and of course that doesn't take emeralds, so it'd actually be easier just to shear the sheep most of the time, so he's not needed. The fisherman, really, I mean, if I want enchanted fishing rods, but it'll be better to use books for that anyway, so both of those are worthless. And then there's also the Fletcher, actually. The Fletcher, I mean, if I needed a supply of arrows, I could get 1 Fletcher and get infinite arrows. If I made a string farm, I could use the Fletcher to gain emeralds by giving him strings. So that's a possibility. I could get another Fletcher in here. Actually, they might be useful, but the rest of their trades are all garbage. These purple ones right here, the clerics, they are all the same, and the only reason to have them is to get rid of your rotten flesh, and of course to gain redstone, lapis, and I guess Eye of Enders and glowstone, maybe the bottle of enchanting. And the nice thing about those is actually this guy, redstone can be traded 1 to 4. He has 4, so he's max. Lapis can go 1 to 2. He already has 2. Glowstone can go 1 to 3. He already has 3, so he's all maxed out. So I don't need more than 1 of these because I can infinitely get it from them. So no more clerics will appear in here. I don't have any other use for them. We already talked about the blacksmiths. And let's see, the other one's the white apron villagers. They're kind of just like the blacksmith, but instead of this black vest, they have the gray vest. They are either butchers or leather workers. The leather workers I have no use for unless I want one to buy some saddles from. I may get those, but I don't know how many saddles I really need. And the other one, the butcher, his only purpose is if I had a big cow or chicken, cow or chicken farm, I could set up an automatic chicken farm, for example, like the one at spawn, kill them with water instead of lava, and trade the raw chicken for more emeralds. So if I did something like that, I could potentially have a butcher, could potentially have the Fletcher, and then the idea will be I can expand this hallway as far as I want and fill in the rest of the slots with the ones that are all in the white jackets. Those are the librarians. The reason for that is, let me pull up their list. Most of their stuff not that great, but they have a few nice trades. I say actually probably about half the trades are really nice. They have some worthless stuff like the compass, the clock, which is like, whatever. The bookshelves, I guess, could potentially be useful. Not hard to farm a little leather and paper. But their purpose, one, you can have them for paper. If I make a sugarcane farm, I can get some extra emeralds that way. But they also, every single librarian, let's actually go look at one, see if I've unlocked anything. Every single librarian will end up with 3 separate enchanted book trades. And those can potentially be really nice. Some of them, not so much, and we'll just get rid of those. But others can actually be really, really good. If we just peek through a couple of these, for example, they all start with 1. And luck of the C1, not that great. But if I trade a couple more times with him, he's going to open 2 more books. You can see like looting 1, you could combine those together for looting 3. This guy has flame 1, not that great. Knockback 2, not that great. That guy we already looked at, but there's like, see, this guy here has feather falling 4. Unlimited feather falling 4 books for me from this guy right here. And eventually he could potentially have 2 more really nice trades. They can get basically any enchant of any level. This guy's partially unlocked. This must be, yeah, that's my Fortune 3 guy. That's where I got my new Fortune 3 diamond pick. I didn't show that to you. It's sitting in my ender chest. Now we've got stuff like Protection 3, loot. Yeah. But it can be anything. I mean, I can find Silk Touch books. You saw I already have a Fortune 3 book in there. Feather Falling 4 is in there. You can get the different protections. You can get Unbreaking. You name it. If it's an enchant, it can be on one of those books of varying levels. So that's going to be our main thing with the librarians. But they'll sell us name tags, so we can have fun naming random things. They will sell us glass, so I don't have to go farm sand and cook it to get glass. I can just buy it. And yeah, so definitely going to have a bunch of librarians, and that's going to kind of be the main purpose. Have I done anything else? I'm trying to think. I have not. I've had a really busy week. I've had a lot of busy weeks lately. My work schedule. Oh, I did do this. These birch trees are temporary. I've been farming them because I was going to use birchwood for something, and then I used something else instead. But hey, one of the horses reappeared, and so did an enderman. There's been so much enderman damage in this area. I have been repairing like crazy, but I'm gonna have to snag this horse. Anyway, my work schedule has sucked lately because even though I'm only working about 40 hours a week, it's been 6 days a week. I only had 1 day off, and it was just really draining me. So I finally had a little chat with my boss, and I convinced him that I should get 2 days off a week, and so I now should, unless something changes, get 2 days off every week. So that's going to be awesome. I'm going to be able to spend a lot more time on things like this. Have I done anything else? I really don't think I have. I farmed a few times. I've actually just been goofing off. I've been on the server a lot, but I've mostly been goofing off. This video, for example, is a day late this week. Sorry about that. But it's because I kind of put off recording until the day I was supposed to record to have it out on time. And then some of the other TooCrafty people were all streaming. So I was playing around in their streams. At one point, Random Obsessor actually started streaming, and I decided it would be fun to go troll her. And I was dropping anvils on her and stuff like that. She finally attacked me. I had to attack her back. Let's just say my armor and sword is a little bit better than hers, so she may have lost that fight. But I was too busy doing that to record. I was just goofing off. And I'll admit, when I was done with that, I had so much fun that I decided to stream myself. So that's actually all this work that was done before now. All of this in here and stuff, I actually did that on a stream. So if you're not, follow me on Twitch if you ever want to catch some live building. But yeah, and then it was just too late, and I had to work really early in the morning, and I was just like, well, video's going to be a day late. So, my bad. There's jerk enderman everywhere. I've been just filling holes. If you look around a little, there's a lot more torches around the area now. I've been spending some time lighting up various areas, especially on the other side of this hill right here towards the iron golem farm. Can we see it from over here maybe? I found an overhang. Let's see. I don't know if we quite get there from here. Maybe it's actually over there. There was an overhang, kind of, you know how this is, but it was a lot bigger and it was a lot higher, but it was shadowing a big area over there. And man, the dirt in that area looked like Swiss cheese. It was awful. There's a missing block. So I lit it all up and I repaired all the dirt and blah blah blah, and Endermen are annoying. It was kind of like that down there. I bet that dirt's starting to look splendid too. I need to get this tower done. I think I want to stream that. Stream some building there. I need to get the road done to spawn. I need a lot of things done. I think I want to build another automatic farm of some sort as well for our own little personal stash. So if you have any ideas of what kind of stuff we should farm, let me know in the comment section below. It can be anything. I mean, there's like pumpkin melon farms. Don't really need those as much, but I could have them. Maybe I'll make a gold farm. A lot of people in the server need gold. I want to make a mob farm at some point, so it could be a mob farm. You name it. Whatever we should farm, definitely hook me up. And let me know what you think of the look of the trading hall here. It's a little dark and gloomy, and that's because it's supposed to feel like these guys are in a jail cell. I mean, are in cozy little houses where they live and are fed well and treated nicely and not abused in any way. Isn't that right, Mr. Horse? Don't you turn your back on me. They're not to be trusted. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this week. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. As always, have a good week. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.